Hello everyone, my name is Akshay and I'm the student of EC 4th semester. My roll number is 18BT030409. So I am here to present my views on some numerical problems in our second unit, which constitutes of two parts, probability theory and random processes, and some problems of noise. So let's start. First of all, we have the ratio, signal to noise ratio, which is denoted by S over N. It is defined as the ratio of signal power to noise power. S denotes the signal power and N denotes the noise power. So S is equal to V square over R and N is equal to Vn square over R. V is the voltage here. So their ratio becomes Bs over Vn ka whole square. Let's come to the another definition, noise figure, which is denoted by capital F, which is the ratio of input signal to noise ratio to the output signal to noise ratio. So let's come to the other, noise power, which is denoted by P of N, which is equal to KTB. K is the constant here, T is the temperature which we take 290 Kelvin or 300 Kelvin, and B shows the bandwidth here. The value of K is 1.38 into 10 raised to power minus 23. Sometimes in the question we are asked for the noise voltage instead of noise power. So we can also find out the noise voltage by the formula P is equal to V square by 2R. We can find out the V here, which is voltage, is equal to by root of 4R KTB with the help of this formula. Let's come to the question. Question number first, determine the internal noise power of a microwave amplifier operating with a bandwidth of 500 MHz and a specified noise figure of 2.5 decibels. So let's start with the given. Given in the question is bandwidth, which is equal to 500 MHz, noise figure which is equal to 2.5 decibels. As we know that noise power is KTEV. TE is effective temperature here, and F is equal to 2.5 decibels given. We can write it F as 10 log 10 X. X is the noise figure factor here. So X becomes 10 raised to power 0.25, which comes out to be 1.778. So noise power becomes Pn is equal to KTEV. As we know effective temperature, we can find out with the help of T into F minus 1. F is the noise figure and T is the temperature, which we can take assumably 290 Kelvin. With the help of solving, effective temperature comes out to be 225.62 Kelvin and noise power comes out to be 1.557 into 10 raised to power minus 12 watt. So let's come to the another question. Question number second. An amplifier has a noise figure of 4 decibel, a bandwidth of 500 kilohertz, and an input resistance of 500 ohm. Calculate the signal power needed to yield an input. SNR is equal to 1. Signal to noise ratio is equal to 1 here. It is given. When the amplifier is connected to a signal source of 50 ohm at 290 Kelvin. So let's start with the given. Here noise figure is equal to 4 decibel, which we can write it as 10 log 10 X. X is the noise figure factor here, as we all know that. We have done it in previous question also. So X is equal to 10 raised to power 0.4 comes out, which is equal to 2.512. So as we know, the formula of noise figure is equal to input signal to noise ratio to the output signal to noise ratio. So in output signal to noise ratio given here, which is 1, so F becomes equal to input signal to noise ratio. So as we know, signal to noise ratio is signal power to the noise power. So F is equal to SI over NI. SI is the signal power here and NI is the noise power here, and SI becomes F into NI. So NI is equal to noise power, which is denoted by P of N, is equal to KTB. With the help of solving, we get the signal power also, which comes out to be 5.026 into 10 raised to power minus 15 watt. Let's come to the third question, please. The third question is, the noise figure of the individual state of a two-stage amplifier is 2.03 and 1.54 respectively. The available power gain of the first stage is 62. Evaluate the overall noise figure given. हमें noise figure evaluate करना है. तो first of all, I have to tell you that it is not the normal question. It is the type of cascading order question, because in this question two amplifiers are connected in a cascading order. So for this type of question, we have the other formula, which is denoted as F is equal to F1 plus F2 minus 1 over GA plus F3 minus 1 over GA minus GB up to F1 minus 1 over Ga minus Gb up to Gn minus 1. Here F1, F2, F3 are the noise figure of the respective amplifiers, and Ga, Gv, Gn are the respective gains of the amplifiers. So let's start the question. Here F1 is equal to 2.03, F2 is equal to 1.54, and gain of the first amplifier Ga is equal to 62. So formula is F is equal to F1 plus F2 minus 1 over Ga. So all are given. With the help of solving, we get 2.0547 noise figure here. The next topic is our noise temperature. Noise temperature is the temperature which generates noise power in the system. जो नॉइज पावर जनरेट करता है सिस्टम के अंदर, कम्युनिकेशन सिस्टम के अंदर, वो नॉइज टेम्परेचर होता है. सो लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड विद एन एग्जांपल. A receiver connected to an antenna whose resistance is 50 ohm has an equivalent resistance of 30 ohm. Calculate the receiver noise figure in decibel and its equivalent noise temperature. Okay. हमें नॉइज फिगर भी कैलकुलेट करना है और हमें नॉइज टेम्परेचर भी कैलकुलेट करना है. So as we know the formula, F is equal to 1 plus equivalent resistance of antenna. 1 plus equivalent resistance over resistance of the antenna is the noise figure. Here all are given, which comes out to be 1.6. We can convert it into decibels by 10 log 1.6, which comes out to be 10 into 0.204, which is 2.04 decibels. Now equivalent temperature, we can find out the equivalent temperature with the help of formula T into F minus 1. F is the noise figure. Here we have calculated earlier, and T is the temperature. We can take it assumably to 90 Kelvin, which comes out to be 174 Kelvin with the help of calculations. Next topic is probability. It is to indicate that probability of an event to occur. सबसे पहले हमें ये समझना होगा probability होती क्या है. कि कोई भी इवेंट आने के चांसेस को प्रोबेबिलिटी कहते हैं. जैसे मैंने कॉइन उछाला, हेड आएगा, टेल आएगा, वो हेड या टेल आने की प्रोबेबिलिटी है. इट इज़ फॉर्मूला फॉर दिस इज फेवरेबल आउटकम्स ऑफ टोटल नंबर ऑफ आउटकम्स. मीन्स फेवरेबल आउटकम्स जो हमें चाहिए, टोटल नंबर ऑफ आउटकम्स की क्या क्या आ सकता है, वो प्रोबेबिलिटी होगी. प्रॉपर्टीज. प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ अ सर्टेन इवेंट इज यूनिटी. प्रोबेबिलिटी किसी भी इवेंट की हमेशा एक होगी, एक से ज़्यादा कभी नहीं हो सकती. 2. Probability of an event is always less than or equal to 1 or not and non-negative. सबसे पहले प्रोबेबिलिटी नॉन नेगेटिव होती है, नेगेटिव में कभी नहीं होती. या तो प्रोबेबिलिटी किसी इवेंट की एक होगी या जीरो होगी. मान लो मैंने कॉइन उछाला, मैंने हेड चूज किया, हेड आ गया, प्रोबेबिलिटी 1. अगर टेल आ गया तो प्रोबेबिलिटी 0, लेकिन नेगेटिव कभी नहीं हो सकती. इफ ए एंड बी आर म्यूचुअली एक्सक्लूसिव इवेंट देन प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए प्लस बी इज इक्वल टू प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए प्लस प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी. इफ ए इज एन इवेंट देन प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ not happening of A. Probability of not happening of A means probability of A complement. We denote it as probability of A complement, which is equal to 1 minus probability of A. Other point is probability of A and B are two event not mutually exclusive. Then probability of A plus B is equal to probability of A plus probability of B minus probability of AB. Let's come to the another probability, conditional probability. Conditional probability of an event B is given that event A is already happened. किसी भी इवेंट की प्रोबेबिलिटी, मान लो इवेंट बी की प्रोबेबिलिटी इवेंट ए पर भी डिपेंड करती है, लेकिन इवेंट ए जो होगा वो ऑलरेडी हैपेंड हो चुका होगा, तब कंडीशनल प्रोबेबिलिटी लगाएंगे हम. तो विच इज नोटेड एज प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ बी ओवर ए. जो भी इवेंट हो चुका होगा वो हमेशा डिनोमिनेटर में आता है, विच कम्स आउट टू बी प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए बी इनटू प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए, वेयर ए बी इज द जॉइंट प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ ए एंड बी. Let's come to the question. Box contain 3 red balls, 4 white balls, 5 black balls, and a ball is drawn at random. Find the probability that the ball is red, not black, black or white. कोई बॉक्स है, 3 रेड बॉल्स, 4 वाइट बॉल्स, 5 ब्लैक बॉल्स है. एक बॉल निकाली हमने, प्रोबेबिलिटी निकालनी है कि वो बॉल आएगी रेड, ब्लैक नहीं होगी, ब्लैक और वाइट होगी. लेट्स स्टार्ट. Let R, W and B be the events of drawing a red, white and black ball respectively. Then probability of R means probability red ball की निकाल रहे हैं P of R, which comes out to be number of red balls over total number of balls. Number of red balls हमारे पास 3, total number of balls 3, 12, which comes out to be 1.4. Let's come to the B part. Not black ball means probability of B complement. B denote not black. I have told you the formula. Probability of B complement is equal to 1 minus probability of B. Now probability of B here, we have 5 black balls, okay, and total 12 balls. Probability of B 5/12. किसी भी एक काली बॉल आने की प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या होगी 5/12. So probability of B complement becomes 1 minus 5/12, which comes out to be 7/12. The last part, probability of getting a black or white ball will be black या और white है, इन दोनों में से कोई भी आएगी. वन B plus W. Probability of B plus W is equal to probability of B plus probability of W, as these are mutually exclusive events. So which comes out to be 5/12 plus 4/12, which is 9/12, which is 3/4. Let's come to the another question. Box contain 3 white balls W1, W2, W3 and 2 red balls R1, R2. 2 balls are drawn in succession at random. Find the probability that fourth drawn ball and second is red. Okay. Probability of event W1. First will be white will be. पहली बॉल white आने की क्या probability होती है? Let's start. Number of white balls over total balls. White ball आएगी. Number of white balls कितने 3. Total balls कितने 5. 3/5. Now अगर एक बॉल निकाल ली गई है तो उसमें कितनी बॉल रह गई 4. अब हमें निकालनी है कि दूसरी बॉल क्या आनी चाहिए रेड. अंदर कितनी बॉल बची हैं 4 और रेड कितनी बॉल्स हैं 2. तो प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या होगी 2/4. ओके. अब probability of the event that second ball is red and the first ball white. Here we calculate it. So it comes out to be probability of R2 by W1 into probability of W1. Probability of R2 by W1 into W1. W1 denotes the probability of first white ball, R2 denotes the second red ball, which comes out to be 3/10. Another topic in this is random variable. A function which can take any value from the sample space. Its range is sum of the real number is called random variable. एक ऐसा फंक्शन जो सैम्पल स्पेस में से कोई भी वैल्यू उठा सकता है वो होता है रैंडम वेरिएबल. Let's understand it with an question. In an experiment, 3 coins are tossed simultaneously. If the number of heads is a random variable, find the probability function for the random variable. ठीक है. 3 coins टॉस किए हैं हमने और नंबर ऑफ हेड्स उसमें हमने मान लिए हैं रैंडम वेरिएबल. रैंडम वेरिएबल को हम मान लिए डोनेट कर लेते हैं एक्स से, कैपिटल एक्स से. और सैम्पल स्पेस क्या बनेगा 3 कॉइन टॉस किए तो 3 बार हेड सकता है. ट्रिपल एच हेड टेल HHT हेड टेल हेड THH ऐसे HTT THT TTH एंड ट्रिपल T. लेट्स सैम्पल स्पेस बना लिया एंड लेट्स डिनोट इट विथ स्मॉल x. x1 ट्रिपल एच के लिए, x2 HHT के लिए अप टू x8. x1 में कितनी बार हेड है 3 बार. x2 में कितनी बार हेड है 2 बार. ये हम इसलिए लिख रहे हैं क्योंकि हमें नंबर ऑफ हेड जो है रैंडम वेरिएबल है. तो 3 2 2 1 1 1 0 नंबर ऑफ हेड से 8 प्रोबेबिलिटी हैं. कोई भी एक आ सकता है 3 बार टॉस करने पर. कोई इनमें से कोई भी एक सकता है. तो प्रोबेबिलिटी क्या हुई 1/8 ईच की. सो प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ x इक्वल टू 0 मीन्स एक भी हेड नहीं आया है. वो हमारे पास कौन सा है प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ x इक्वल टू 8 पर मीन्स 1/8 एक ही है. x1 पर एक हेड आया कम से कम. ऐसे कितने x5 x6 x7 मतलब 3 है 3/8. x2 2 हेड आया कम से कम. ऐसे कितने x3 x2 x4 3 है 3/8 है भी. x3 तीनों के तीनों हेड आ गए. ऐसे कौन सा है प्रोबेबिलिटी x1 तीनों हेड आ गए 1/8. इसके लिए अगर हम टेबल बनाएंगे तो x डिनोट्स द रैंडम वेरिएबल है ना. p ऑफ x डिनोट्स द प्रोबेबिलिटी 0 1 2 3 0 हेड आया, 1 हेड आया, 2 हेड आया, 3 हेड आए. इनकी प्रोबेबिलिटी कितनी 1/8 3/8 2/8 3/8 एंड 1/8. Another topic in this is correlation. It is the measure of degree to which the two signals are similar. Types of it: autocorrelation, cross correlation. कोरिलेशन होता है मेजर ऑफ डिग्री कि दो सिग्नल कहाँ तक सिमिलर है, वो कोरिलेशन होता है दो सिग्नल्स का. ऑटो कोरिलेशन इट गिव्स द कोरिलेशन फंक्शन विद इट्स टाइम शिफ्टेड वर्जन. ऑटो कोरिलेशन में एक ही फंक्शन होगा लेकिन उस फंक्शन का टाइम शिफ्टेड वर्जन के साथ कोरिलेशन फाइंड आउट करते हैं हम। चलो एक एग्जांपल के साथ समझते हैं। आर ऑफ टाउ डिनोट्स ऑटो कोरिलेशन। फाइंड आउट द ऑटो कोरिलेशन फंक्शन ऑफ द एक्स ऑफ टी इक्वल टू e raised to power minus 3t ut. R of tau denotes the correlation function which is equal to x of tau into x of t minus tau dt. X of t minus tau is time shifted version, x of tau is the signal. Both signals are same, which can be written as R of tau is equal to x of tau convolution with x of minus tau. It is by with the help of convolution, but convolution is quite difficult, so we can change into this convolution into multiplication with the help of Fourier transform. So R of tau, taking Fourier transform on both sides, becomes R of tau is equal to Fourier transform of e raised to power minus 3 tau u tau convolution with e raised to power 3 tau u of minus tau. As we all know that the Fourier transform of the autocorrelation function is spectral density psi of omega, which comes out to be 1 over 3 plus iota omega into 1 upon 3 minus iota omega. As e raised to power minus 80, a is 3 here, that's why it comes out to be a is minus 3 here, that's why it's come out to be 1 over 3 plus iota omega, and in other it is 3, that's why it comes out to be 1 over 3 minus iota omega, and the answer becomes 1 over 9 minus iota omega square. So by solving it, it comes out to be 1 over 9 plus omega square because of iota. As we all know, answer comes out in frequency domain. We have to change it further into time domain for autocorrelation. So by taking inverse transform, Fourier transform is equal to psi omega, which is 1 over 9 plus omega square. So R of tau is equal to f inverse of 1 over 9 plus omega square. इसका f inverse लेंगे हम तो f, as we know, Fourier transform e raised to power minus 80 is 2a over a square plus omega square. 9 is the square of 3, means a is 3 here, but ऊपर 2a यानी 6 लाने के लिए हमें 1/6 से डिवाइड भी करना पड़ेगा. So that's why we have divided it f inverse 1/6 into 6 over 9 plus omega square. So अब ये पूरी फॉर्म में आ चुका है, which is equal to 1/6 f inverse 6 plus 3 square plus omega square, which is equal to 1/6 e raised to power minus 3t. The last topic is cross correlation. It is the measure of similarity between two signal and the time delayed version of another signal. ये दो अलग अलग सिग्नल्स के बीच में सिमिलैरिटीज मेजर करता है. एक टाइम डिलेड वर्जन होगा और एक सिंपल वर्जन होगा. रिप्रेजेंटेड एज R12 of tau means minus infinity to infinity integration x1 of t into x2 of t minus tau d tau dt. Times we can take time shifted version of any of the signal x1 or x2 as per the correlation problem, and but if it is asked to find the cross correlation of first signal with the second signal, then you have to conjugate the second signal, conjugate complex of the second signal. And if it asks to find the cross correlation of second signal with the help of first signal, then you have to find out, then you have to conjugate complex, then you have to find out the conjugate complex of the first signal. Star donates the conjugate complex here. All these four equations are for the cross correlation. We can do any question from it. So it's all from my side. Thanks and have a nice day.